Welcome back to the QORcast podcast. Today, we bring back a lovely, beautiful, sexy man in beige. Welcome back, brother.
Hey, good to be back, guys. Thanks for having me again.
Welcome back. Welcome back. I know you took a week off, but this time we got some spicy news. So we'll start with some pretty funny ones. So we'll start with Speed. He's going on his European tour, which is one of the more interesting things.
I think it's awesome that he's doing this. I think he's also crazy for going back because for people who don't know, I mean, as you talked about, he's doing his European tour. He went back to Norway where he kind of incited a riot in someone stole his hair and sold it for like $3,000 on eBay. I don't know why.
Apparently that was fake. Nobody apparently someone said that was fake. Nobody actually pulled his hair. They just pulled it, but they didn't take out his hair.
I don't know, man. Did you watch the clip?
Yeah, like someone yanked it, but I don't think so. Somebody.
Bro.
I don't think
they're out for blood in that clip.
Yeah, they were out for blood. They were getting him, even though they're fans of him. They were just acting.
They
nutty.
wanted a piece of him.
They literally wanted a piece of him. I'm surprised he didn't lose an arm or a leg.
I want to know who would be willing to buy the hair though. Like, what are you gonna do with a piece of hair?
Dude, you could clone him. Isn't it obvious?
Yeah.
Have you seen movies before?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh shit! Someone's gonna clone him. I mean, he is freakishly athletic. Also, he's like crazy athletic. So.
But yeah, he's back in Norway. But apparently he was sword fighting now. But he said he's like, I'm not tweeting out where I'm at this time because I'm not letting what happened last time happen again. Which is smart because again, that was just insane. Is it not insane that this is a kind of thing that happens with streamers, like with the really big streamers, like because let's recall on to the Kai Cenat situation whenever he was in New York and he was doing that giveaway where he incited a riot. Nowadays, the youth like are willing to go crazy to meet their favorite streamer. But is it them being a fan or is it clout chasing? Because the one thing you notice, everyone always has their phones out.
Yeah.
Not really living in the moment. What do you guys think about that?
I think that's just a general thing with like young people today. And I say it as if I'm not a young person, but I am. But I like I don't know. I rarely will have my phone out to like snag pictures of things like in the moment. I just like it's
You're
not even like
in the moment guy.
Well, it's not even like, oh, I want to live in the moment. It's like I just would rather not have to fucking like take a picture, you know? Like
it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
me, yeah.
I'm a big basketball fan, so like my favorite team is the Nets. But if I ever like meet anybody from like the Nets or like the Knicks or anything, like yeah, I would want a picture with them, but also it'd be like sick to meet them. So like something like that. But like if it's like a streamer or something, like it would be nice to just chat with them because they're more down to earth.
Well, like remember that time
to, like,
when we were walking to LCS Worlds and was it Pokimane we saw?
No, it was disguised. It was disguised.
No. I thought it was
the LCS.
Yeah. I thought it was Pokimane that we saw on the street.
No. Disguise had his own table and the line literally was in a snake from how long it was.
I'm not talking about that. Remember we were walking through the city and then we walked by and we're like,
oh my god,
was that Pokimane? Yeah.
We saw Pokimane and
did you say hi?
No, I was like, oh, that's cool, but I didn't like take out my fucking phone and take a goddamn picture of her. Like,
so I noticed first because we were waiting in line, like we were gonna go straight, and I think they were gonna take a left to cross the street. I took a glance and I was like, oh, she kind of looks familiar. And then I like took a double. I was like, Danny, yo, isn't that fucking Pokimane? And then I saw her tweet. She's like, she's in New York. I was like, that's fucking Pokimane. And we saw her
cookies.
I did not buy her, unfortunately.
No, I'm okay.
She didn't come out with the cookies at that time, so her cookies didn't come out.
I'm a broke bitch. I ain't buying those.
But we saw that, and I was like, oh shit, it's kind of surreal because like they could kind of blend in because you wouldn't really recognize them unless you do like a double take or like you really look at them. It's like, oh wait, that's a streamer.
No, I get that. It's like catching a streamer in the wild is probably very surreal for people because like again, they're always behind the screen. They're behind some type of screen majority of the time, so. Whenever they're not behind the screen and you actually see them in real life, I can see why that would catch you off guard.
Yeah.
I mean,
you're like, this is actually a real person. Like, they're not just like this thing that exists on the internet. Like,
yeah, people tend to forget that. that's the funny thing about like, well, and the crazy thing about streaming nowadays and or being a content creator. People see you as this being, but they don't realize you're just a human with a great job. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think PewDiePie also like said this ever since he moved to Japan. He's like people would always take a picture of them, but like he's like said he's like I really don't like taking pictures, but like if I'm not busy or anything, I'll take a picture. But he says like if you can avoid it, don't ask me for a picture. He doesn't like being taken pictures or anything. He doesn't like being bothered in public. It's not more like oh I'm too big for you. It's like more just like he's like a very introverted guy. Yeah, he wants to. He's a personal guy, so he like wants to keep everything that like you see him on like oh he's just this crazy guy on YouTube where he's like extroverted, but you see him on people wouldn't say they say when they meet him in person he's like a very chill, very calm, very like quiet guy. So it's like some celebrities are very different.
Yeah, I think it's changing though, because again, think about it. Like the people you just named, even like even other celebrities, like we can think of like movie stars, athletes. But again, how many of them incite riots like streamers do nowadays?
Yeah.
Again, we had Speed. He's in another freaking country. He's not even in the U.S. Inciting a riot. He had 1,000 kids outside of the building chanting "I show meat" to him and trying to get peace of him. And then also Kai Cenat in New York. He had thousands of kids. Is it the media that's causing this, or is it just a generation? Because I do feel like they do have a younger audience, and it's like, and by younger audience, it's like, yo, they have 10-year-olds watching them, and like 10-year-olds to 18-year-olds. So I feel like it's a mixture of both, with the occasional like random 20-year-old, 30-year-old who's just hanging out with all these kids trying to go see I Show Speed.
Yeah. You know what I think it like part of it is? It's like these people, like these streamers and stuff, it's like you're made like in your bedroom. Like you're not like out there, at least at the start, with like an agent and all this stuff like telling you what to do. So you're like, hey, I'm just gonna go out and say, here, this is where I am. And like they don't think, they're just like, oh, we'll do a cool fan meetup. Like it's not like, oh, I'm this big fucking person and a mob of people is gonna show up at my doorstep if I like. It's just like, I mean, at this point, like Kai and Speed have been like big for at least like a year or two now, you know,
for like 2-3 years though.
Yeah, but so like you would think that they would know at this point, but maybe part of it is just like it doesn't like fully set in like how big they actually are, you know, like that. Hey, maybe when you're in public, you should try to not draw attention to yourself.
Because now I think the media also like sometimes like overdoes it, and they make the streamer look bad when it comes to some situations. So like, well, a lot of the stuff with like Speed, it's like when he accidentally showed his junk on stream, like people like, oh, is this what you're looking at? Blah blah blah. But if you really look at him now, he's actually like very like he's a right person that's famous, because he's a very good person. You see also like what he does, and like the recent clip I saw where some lady, like while he was walking away from dinner, some lady threw like a middle finger. Yeah, and she was like, "What?" And he's like very respectful. He's like, "Why'd you flip me off?" Straight up, he like stood on business. And then the guy was trying to calm him down, but he's like, "No, why are you flipping me off? What did I do? I'm just trying to eat like you guys. I'm trying to leave. Like you don't have to do that." And like that was the most professional thing he could have done. Like he didn't scream at her. He didn't do anything. He was just asking like, "Why did you flip me off?" And she just stayed quiet because she like got caught.
I will agree. I can agree with that, because again, I feel like it's because he has to expect some of this, because again, this is a dude who barks at people, does backflips, lets a robot dog hump him, and just is just very, very wild. And I guess with his wild reactions and what he does, he has to expect some of these, not the old lady flicking off for no reason. She was just probably some old Karen who was just mad about all the attention and wanted some attention herself. But like, think about the again, Norway, someone licked his hand. Someone walked up like, "Oh, Speed!" He's like, "High five," and they licked his hand.
Yeah.
How common is that? Or he goes to see someone in their car. The moment they get out, like he goes to, they kiss him. What? Yeah, like on the lips. Like all these weird reactions, like from people, not even just across the world. And it's, I guess he can understand why he does it, because he acts wild himself.
Yeah, he's a maniac. Like,
yeah, he's an entertainer. Like you can't deny it. Like he's an entertainer at heart, and you can tell he's a very good entertainer. Like
Mhm.
that guy you probably like that's barking and doing all that. That's probably
Mhm.
not him. If you like
Mhm.
all the cameras are closed and you see him behind closed doors, which is like you could kind of see that. Like he's a good person overall, and that's my biggest thing when it comes to like a streamer being big is like, are you a good person also? I mean, like Kai, like he fucked up a few times, but you can tell he's somewhat like a good person overall.
Mhm.
Like he's a good guy. But that's my biggest thing about streamers. Like then you have like I don't know, fucking Sneeko, who I still don't know has a platform that can say stupid shit like that and be an idiot. So like you
V-bot.
could, yeah, be bots probably or Neon. I don't know how that guy is still relevant. So like shit like that.
Mhm.
But
No, I get that.
speaking of
Yeah.
streamers,
Oh yeah. Look, okay. Question, guys. If you say you're a millionaire, would you pay 500K to play games with Pokemon, or are you a broke boy?
Well, if I'm a
Our-
millionaire, I'm not spending half my fucking net worth to play a fucking game.
Multi-millionaire.
multi-millionaire.
I
That's
think
half
half a million's
$1 million.
like a lot of fucking money,
You're asking me to
regardless.
spend
Like,
$500,000 to play with Pokemon for what, 3 hours?
It's for charity. It's
I know,
for
yeah.
charity. Is it
It's
for
for
charity? I'm
charity?
pretty sure it's for charity. Yeah.
No, it is. It's made by from CDog VA. He's doing a
Mhm.
charity. He always does these charities. But this time he got instead of Shroud, he did it with Pokimane because last time he did it with Shroud, and Ludwig just bought him because even though he could have just DM'd him and be like, "Yo, let's play," he did it for charity as a shits and giggles.
So, what did you think of the names who all were paying like big bucks to try and play with her? There was Kai Cenat, Aiden Ross, Mark Cuban. I'm pretty sure Ronaldo.
Mark Cuban did? That's
Yeah,
so
Mark Cuban, which
funny.
was confusing. I'm like,
That's so funny.
what's he doing?
You know,
Go back to
honestly, it's
Shark
probably
Tank,
his
man.
kids. It's probably his kid because I know he has a daughter and a son, so it's probably his daughter was like, "I would love to play with her." So he probably was like, fuck it, it's for charity anyways. Why not? Do we have a list? Let me actually pull up the list.
Yeah, there was like a fan of like a few people, but those are like the most notable names that I had seen who were all willing to pay 500K to play with Pokimane.
Well, I mean,
And
I
it's-
guess if you have that much money, it's less about like, oh, I'm paying 500K to play with Pokemon, and more like, oh, this would be funny content, or oh,
Yeah.
for a charity. It's not like it's one thing if a bunch of like other streamers are doing it, but it's like another thing if I, Danny, was a multimillionaire and I had
Mhm.
nothing else going on, and I'm like, I want to play with Pokemon. Like, I feel like that's weird, But if
You
it's
don't
like,
think there's any people like that though?
I mean, there
Who probably
definitely
did
fucking are, but like, I don't know. It wouldn't be me.
Yeah, I would never do it, even if I had the money to just blow it like that. I'm like, yo, I don't care to play a video
I wouldn't
game.
want that on my record.
I have the top lists.
Mhm.
So there's a few that was just anonymous. There was one that's called
That was Danny.
Amir FPS 313 that spent about 500K. AMIR FPS 313 was a 500K, and there's another one that was anonymous that was also 500K. And then FaZe Banks dropped
Oh yeah, he was another
411.
one. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What was like the minimum price you had to pay to like?
It was an auction.
Okay.
Yeah, it was an auction. So like it was just people kept going over and higher and higher and higher. Like people thought it was like, okay, 2,000 is kind of a lot, but then it just kept going higher. And
because
then
I
we were
remember
like,
seeing
wait.
it at like 5,000, and I was like, whoa, that's a lot of fucking money for that. But damn, 500,000 is crazy.
Yeah,
Do you think there's someone who could get more money to play with them? Like, say, again, like, what if someone with those, like, how much do you think someone would spend to play with, like, Kai Cenat or Speed?
I mean, Kim Kardashian probably did it, and he flew her out to go meet his daughter. So he flew Kai. I mean, I guess someone like that, like, because I also saw
Or
like
Sydney Sweeney. How much you paying to play with Sydney Sweeney? Oh, Galaxy's like, yo, my bank
He's
account's
thinking about it.
withdrawn.
He's
I was a
thinking
millionaire?
about it.
and it's for charity.
Would you sell the
discuss it.
family relation? I mean, would you sell the family restaurant to play with Sydney Sweeney for one night?
Nah,
Dude, he had to think about that. That's fucking
Nah.
insane. He was like,
nah,
He was like, you know what? My family don't need that bread.
nah. The family restaurant's too big. We're expanding. It's too good. So for just one night.
He
nah,
really
eventually-
fucking thought about it though. That's
I
the
mean,
craziest
We saw
part.
your face. We have it on camera. You're like, yo. You're like,
I
once
did
the
for a
business
second, but nah, I wouldn't.
You,
I
would you?
wouldn't-
Okay, you started chain with your family. Or are you selling one restaurant? You have like 40 across the U.S. You giving one restaurant. to Sydney this game with her for one night.
One restaurant, like she has to run it. Yeah, or
Yeah, it's
close
her
down one
restaurant.
restaurant. Why not?
Yeah, she gets it. You have 40 restaurants. You have 39 now.
Okay, easy.
You're doing it.
You're crazy.
Bro, it's Sweetie. Who would it?
I know what
the
the
fuck?
thumbnail of this video is gonna be.
Oh hell yes, Sweetie, hell yes, bro.
Yeah,
Who
she
would
with
it?
hard eyes looking at Sydney Sweeney with
Oh,
with
anybody
speed
would.
screaming
Speed screaming at the dog
yeah,
in the
in the
background.
background.
Oh,
Yeah,
nah.
but yeah, the money people are willing to spend to kind of just get some time with people is kind of funny. But I mean, let's move to the next story. What is the state of streaming to you nowadays? Do you feel like it's become too clout chasey? Like, I mean, Ninja talked about it where he feels like it's not about gaming anymore. It's just about gathering attention. But would
My
you agree with that
biggest
statement?
my biggest thing is the issue with it is clip farming. People don't do the content for the content; they do it for clip farming. So they do the TikTok like minute, or they do something like that. Like Jinxie's a good streamer, but he severely just clip farms all the time, and that just kind of like ruins the whole aspect of it. That's my personal beef with it. Is like clip farming. Like if you're gonna make like separate content where you record, do a script, all that, that's fine. If you're streaming solely just to farm clips, it's kind of embarrassing.
I mean, I also do think that like streaming is not necessarily about like gaming as much anymore, because like variety streaming and like just talking streams over the past couple of years have just gotten like a lot more popular. Like it's not like, oh, I go to this person because they always play this, or I go to this person because they always play this. I mean, there are of course like exceptions, like Jinxie for example, like he's the Rainbow Six guy. But
Queso.
yeah. But I don't know. I don't have like a as much a problem with it anymore, but I do feel like streaming culture, more specifically Twitch culture, has gotten very, very different because of that. I don't know. I feel like, not to be like, oh, it's really cringe these days, but a lot of it's really fucking cringe these days.
I can agree with that. Because I feel like it's not even just Twitch. I feel like all social medias at this point, like Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, sometimes like a lot of content's just fake now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I've never been a fan of prank culture. I always thought prank like content was pretty lame and boring.
Yeah.
But even then, it's like you ever see the ones where people are trying to get a reaction? They'll say, "Oh, these two just broke up." Like I just saw this one the other day where this couple was fighting, and apparently the girlfriend was talking to some other guy, and they're both in like the middle of the sea on a jet ski. And he was like, "I caught you talking to Dan." Funny enough, Danny. He was, "You're talking to Danny." I saw who's Danny. She was like, "Don't know. Why you want to know who Danny is?" And then he kicked her off the ski boat in the middle of the sea while she's recording him. And it's like, yo, is this real or did he just commit murder?
Yeah.
But nowadays, like some of these are just fake skits. Like people just write up stories, just kind of just get a reaction from people, knowing that people will look at them because they're like over dramatized. And it's like, yo, I don't know. I like real content. I don't like kind of fake scenario content.
Do you remember two YouTubers, they're twins, but they share one, is a YouTube channel called Raka Raka?
Yes.
Okay.
Wasn't that the one with like the killer McDonald's?
Yeah, where they would make skits like that, and they were, in my opinion, one of the pinnacle of actually making content in YouTube. So what they would do, they would make these outlandish skits. By the way, very nicely edited. Like these were like very nicely edited. They would like do different skits. It's like McDonald's clown versus Burger King, and then Wendy's would come in. It was amazing. So the thing is, they were basically forced to quit YouTube due to the fact that YouTube would just keep censoring them and demonetize. So they've actually now done actual movies, like full-fledged movies.
Yeah, I know they make movies now.
Yeah, like they are very like, they're into big horror stuff, and then they were like making it very good. And then their like small projects have actually gotten traction. I think they were actually going to be working on, what was it? It was a fighting game, I think. I think they were gonna work on like a Street Fighter or a Tekken. They were gonna work on like a live action stream. By the way, they were gonna be the perfect directors for it, but then they backed out for some reason. For some reason, but they were a YouTube channel that I missed, and ever since they like left, I feel like just content has been like wishy-washy ever since, because they were like the pinnacle of making good content and putting money back into content they were doing.
No, I get that. See, back in my day, whenever I was a young Jimber Snacker, it was like Equals 3 was the big one. Smart was the big one. Who else? There was like
Rooster Teeth.
Yeah, like that was like my era of like YouTube, but it does seem like over the years it's like a lot different. And then like again, it feels like it all is like, I mean, I get it. People just they want to quit their 9 to 5. They want to make that YouTube money. But it's like, where's the fun in it? It seems like some people kind of lost the fun and they're just so focused on just making the money. They don't really care about what they're putting out there. Like I've been seeing a lot of these stupid ads where it's like, yo, you want to go viral? This is all you do. I use AI. I take a popular YouTube video and I clip it and then I make millions off of it. I'm like, oh, so it's not even your content at this point, bro.
Yeah.
You're not even putting the time. You're using AI to steal someone's content and sell this stuff back to people and just to get views.
Yeah.
And to make money. And it's like, I don't know. It's a weird stage that we're at right now when it comes to the internet and just kind of mainstreamness of making content.
So when it comes to AI, I think Ray William Johnson, because he came out, you know how he does his like I don't know if you've seen his recent like clips or videos he makes, or he does these story videos where he was like saying like these pictures, like, yeah, these are AI, like these videos are AI, but I do have other people that help me create these and all that. So yes, I am using AI for these, but it's also, I'm only using it for pictures so you guys can see it. So it's like there's some points where AI is okay, but when it comes to like fully create, like actually designing something and everything, like I don't know if you remember when that esports, I think during stage 1, like they made like a promotion thing and they made it out of AI. And dumb. So of course now my opinions have changed, but at the time I was like, okay, maybe if they don't have the money, I don't see what the issue is. And then like someone came, like a good friend of mine, shout out Silky, he came out and said, he's like, people like young designers or early, like people who want to get into it, they would work for free just to get their name out there. And that kind of, I was like, okay, you know, that makes more sense. Even if you're broke, you could find somebody who would want to at least just put something in their resume.
See, me personally, the reason why I don't agree with AI, like especially when it comes to an art aspect, is because one, it's still a lot of work. Still a lot of work from people. And then also it's being used to take jobs. Right now, if you think about it, I don't know if you've seen the trending hashtag RIP Cartoon Network. Cartoon Network's on the brink of dying, and it's because a lot of these companies are firing their animators and just trying to replace them with AI. So I'm heavily against, besides even just the global effect, like, because people don't realize AI takes a lot of power. It takes a lot of power to run AI, and it's like, and guess what else it burns? It burns through water. But AI within itself, it's just stealing jobs. It's stealing major jobs of creativity. I seen a post that brought it up. They're like, no, AI should be used for the mundane jobs that we shouldn't have to do anymore. Like, make life easier, not take the creative, fun jobs that we want to do as humans.
If it has anything to do with art, AI should not be involved. Filmmaking, photography, like animating. Like imagine if these like anime today, like Dragon Ball or like Jujutsu Kaisen or Demon Slayer, they were used, like AI was drawing them. Like they wouldn't look as pretty as they were. Like because a lot of these animators, they work because they love their job, because they love creating stuff. So the reason that my thing is, why are you using AI when there's people who are hungry to just be creative, and AI is, I'm not like hot take, but AI, it's not even a hot take. AI is making people less creative.
Yeah, I mean, but it's also it's just rich people just trying to save money, and like, how much more money can I take from people? Because think about it, that's what the whole like part of the SAG strike was about. In the contract, they tried to negotiate with like actors and like screenwriters and all that type of stuff. They're like, say if you were an extra and you signed a paper, they owned your face and they can use it for whatever they want, whenever they want. And they would just use AI to generate your face and just put you in the background.
Voice actors have been an issue too, because AI is trying to steal their voice.
Yeah, like 11 Labs exists.
Imagine your voice is being stolen. That's insane. Like you're like that. Some voice actors are like, yeah, now it's harder
so
and harder to
easy
find us.
too.
Yeah, like
And it's like pretty
my
good.
voice is being stolen. It's like, imagine your literal voice being stolen by AI, and companies are just using it because they can. How scary is it? Imagine like now if you watch anime, it's not really that him saying it, it's just some robot saying it that he managed to mimic. And doesn't have that. Because voice acting, it's just as important as animating. Because you see a lot of these famous scenes where voice acting bring the character to life. And if now if that's stolen and you're having some robot saying it with very like it feels choppy or dry, it's not gonna be nice. It's not gonna
You're
be
talking about it from the aspect of like it's just stealing, bro. AI has already been. There's already been a case about someone staging, trying to cancel someone with AI, where they almost lost their like they it was like a school district person, like I think a principal or someone, I think somewhere on the east, like so not too far from us, where there was a principal and there was a recording of him saying some very very bad things, and lo and behold, it turns out it was just AI recording.
that's
Yeah.
insane. Now you
Yeah.
have to have like how crazy is that? Like you just wake up one day, it's like, yo, you have like there's some recording of you saying some heinous things. Like I wasn't even there. Like when I said like it was like, oh yeah, they said you were at the school and there. I was like, no, I wasn't even there. And then they have like a recording. It's insane.
I
That's
just
like,
make a recording of Danny saying he likes to drink hot dog water.
Oh,
well, that's like there's a clip from Pirate Software where he says something like he went to his bank and he straight up said he's like, no transactions are to be made on my account unless I am standing here in front of you in person, because my voice is out there on the internet and there's hundreds of people that watch me. There is nothing that like do not authorize anything over the phone, because like it could literally be anyone. So he's like, unless I'm standing here, it doesn't get done. Like, and I guess that's like the direction that a lot of things are gonna have to go into.
but
Yeah.
that's so scary that they have now all these creators. If you're gonna be a creator, even be like you have to take these steps now, just unnecessary steps.
Yeah,
Because
I don't
people,
care
like-
for AI. I'm okay if it gets swept under the rug and we never see it again. I'm tired of seeing it on like every freaking app. Like you go on Facebook or Instagram, it's like, what can Meta AI do for you? I'm like, go away.
Shut the fuck up.
I didn't even accept this. It's
My
just
favorite
updating
thing-
my phone.
favorite thing of all time was when someone made an AI picture of Luffy, and then someone was like, "Hey, there's a little like mess up thing over here. You kind of messed up." He's like, "Oh, you wouldn't know anything about this." Guy screenshot. He's like, "I literally animate One Piece," and he shows a picture of his name.
Oh my god.
I have to find a clip of that. I'm gonna find it right now. It had to be the greatest ratio I've ever seen in my life. He's like, imagine you working on one of the best animes ever, and some guy's like, you don't know what you're doing, and he's like, I literally animate, and he showed his name on the end screen card and everything.
That's why I like that
greatest.
anime cons shut down I'm like AI artists. If you're an AI artist and you go to anime cons, you're not allowed. People will boycott your table and then they'll get you kicked out of the con because they don't want that shit. They're like, no, we don't like this. We support real artists. It's crazy. We got the AI talking about Ninja. But we're running towards the tail end. I think we should we talk about what QOR's got going on this week?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, Beige, do you want to, because you're gonna be attending it?
Yeah. I'll be at Evo this weekend. By the time we drop this, it'll already be 2 days. It'll be Saturday. So
Yeah.
you'll catch us on the tail end. Our boy Too Easy and Baru are competing in MK Grand Blue versus. That's for Too Easy, and for Baru, he'll be competing in both Tekken and Guilty Gear.
Oh yeah.
We already know they're about to kick major ass, so expect to see them high up.
Top 8
taking this
guaranteed.
man top 8, yeah, of course.
Guaranteed.
And if they're not, Galaxy puts on the maid outfit.
Hey,
Yep.
either we get in top 8, or I'm putting on a maid outfit. One or the other. Something's gonna happen. One of those.
Wait,
two are
if they
gonna
don't make it, you're wearing the maid outfit?
No, they have to make finals. Still
You
the
sure?
finals.
You sure?
Oh yeah, nice try.
So
Also, we got
can,
new merch.
okay, wait. Can we confirm this bet right here, right now? Because
They have to make
also,
finals. They have to make finals.
so they don't have to win though. They just have to like
Make
top
top
two,
two. Top
top
two. That's what I
two
said.
in either game. The
Yeah.
maid outfit goes on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any means necessary.
Any means necessary. Yeah.
So if they're
You better start searching for one.
I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna do this, but if all their opponents don't show up for their match and they just win by forfeit,
Wow!
wasn't
Surprise!
me.
What happened? All their
wasn't me.
100 opponents just didn't show up.
If that happens,
no.
I don't know
over
anything
200
about
plus
it.
people missed their match. I don't know why, but
Damn, you know, too easy. Just had to win by forfeit. Unfortunate.
Damn, Evo
Ennis,
looking
no.
mad quiet this year.
Ennis is just sweating while watching it.
I'm
on
sweating.
phone. He's like,
Please
yo.
just lose.
It's
Please
like,
lose.
what do you mean there's only 2 people playing Mortal Kombat?
And then while they're getting ready on stream, you just see someone chloroform the other guy real quick. Come back with me.
I think they're about to enter stage. Just like they get grabbed and they get like drop kicked.
Yeah. Oh god. I'm gonna make it happen. They're making
Also,
it.
me, Danny, and Chloe, we're all gonna be in the New York watch party. So the Valorant watch party in New York on Sunday. So if you guys see us there, make sure to come say hi. We'll be chilling. We'll be walking around. Because it starts at 2.
Huh?
You'll be asking questions, right? Doing things. Doing stuff.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna be doing content. So if you want to be in a video with us, more than welcome. You guys come on in.
Shake it for Snarly.
Yeah, we're gonna be shaking it for Snarly. Yep. So we're gonna be there. Also, we have merch. New merch coming out, or it is out. So we got new merch. It's make sure to go at QORgaming.com/shop. It's core as in QOR, not core as in abdominal. QOR. QORgaming.com/shop. Make sure to check it out. Cheap tees. It's $20 tees. It's very cheap compared to other brands what they're selling, and it's good quality. So make sure to buy it. And
it makes sure it improves your gameplay.
It does. It does. It actually changes. It changes your win rate. It's crazy.
Yeah, I got back to Diamond in Valorant ever since I bought a T-shirt. So I went back up.
So keep an eye out for QOR because we're gonna be at 2 places: Las Vegas and New York. Also, this Thursday, it might already be past Thursday by the time you watch this, but maybe
It is. But the VOD will be up.
You might have went to. I think you went to Evo Showdown, the pre-Evo Showdown for QOR. You know, the beatdown. Tekken tournament, gonna be a lot of fun. Made a banger playlist. We're gonna be having a good time. And if you see us, you see all these lovely faces on the screen at New York or in Vegas. Make sure to come say hi, answer some questions, and shake it for Snarly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Make sure to check it out. Yeah, because now we actually filled up in all slots, right? Like slots are basically filled up.
So.
Yeah. So we actually got like a full house going there. So it's been insane how many like Tekken big time Tekken pros are going to be there. But yeah, make sure to check it out. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. See ya.
See ya.
Deuces.